What is up, guys? Welcome on back to Madden 25, and welcome to the bye week, actually. I don't think I've ever done a video like this on this team. I do have negative cap space, so I don't know how that's going to affect it. I'm going to look to do some trades. I don't know if I'll be able to do them or not. I'm probably going to have to renegotiate some contracts. So let's look at let's review the roster itself. What the fuck is this message? So let's review the roster, and then we'll start restructuring some contracts, open up some space maybe, and then try to maybe trade some players. Oh, God. I don't like when they do shit like this. Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm fucked if I do and I'm fucked if I don't. I would just say I'm not fucking going either one. All right, not interested, not interested. Ford, he just, God damn it, I really wanted to keep him. But he's one of the players I'm going to trade because he's not going to be there anyway. So Leary, I might look to move because he's going to have some value. Leary's going to have some big value. And I'm keeping one more corner than I usually do. So that's a position that I can actually afford to lose one player on. Ford might be someone I might trade just for another running back. Spicer, I might trade. I can trade Spicer. I think I can trade Spicer. Because I do have players I have a player on the practice squad, I believe, that I drafted. Donald, I can trade Donald. I think he's hurt, so I can't trade him. Bass, I think I'm just going to let go, and that's it. But yeah, we need to. I need to get some value back for these guys. So like, if they're not going to stay, if they're not going to stay, I'm just going to get value back for them. Oh, I don't know what the fuck to respond to. I thought I went to his. Didn't I go to his event? All right, let's just see. I don't know. I fucking hate this shit. Take this out of the next game. Just take it out of the next game. Or at least put a hint like, hey, he's going to want to know your response based on his personality. Okay, now I can look at his personality. Now I'm, at this point, I don't sit there looking at everybody's personality week to week. It's just stupid. It's literally one of the dumbest things I think that Madden's ever added is that shit. Is this personality bullshit. Now, like, leave it in, but like I said, beforehand, they could give you hints like, hey, when you have this conversation, it's going to be a personality-based conversation. Or, hey, he's going to want to know what you think based on his personality. Okay, now I can go look at this guy's stupid fucking... I can go dig for what his fucking personality trait is. What the fuck do I care? I'm not marrying him. All right, NFL Rasta. The Rastaman. We might need to go get a quarterback, like a backup. Okay, so Ford we can trade. Let me write this down on players who are going to be kind of, I could maybe put on the trade block. Trade Ford. The problem is I have no cap space, so it's like this may be a waste here. These guys, I want to keep all of them. Wilkins, Bolden, Miller, I want to keep all of them. Johnston, Golden, Crockett, Buchanan, Bass, Loon, Tobin, Spicer can be on the trade block. I got like a first round pick for him probably. Or a second round pick or something. Nah, second round. He's 30 with an 84. I'll probably get a second round. Williams. I'm going to look to trade Williams, believe it or not. I'm going to get massive value from him. Massive. I'll probably get 2 first round picks for that guy. And I think I just signed him, or did I accept his option? I can't remember. I thought he was up to be signed. Is he injured? Fuck, he's hurt. No, he's not. Contract. Yeah, he's got 2 years left. That's a good fucking trade for someone else, because they'll get him, they'll have him for 2 years, they won't have to extend them for a little bit. That's not a bad trade. If I don't trade him this year, I'll probably trade him next year. He's good, but he's not productive enough to to warrant paying him, $30 million a year. He's just not good enough. Love is good enough. Love's good. I don't even know if Love's good enough. These guys, the my ends. When I say production, I mean like sacks. My ends are good against the run. They're very good against the run. This guy here, he's a premier power rusher, which in this game sucks. This guy absolutely got to keep. None of those guys to be traded. Donald, I can trade. The problem is I'll have to get a linebacker back, but he's hurt, so I can't trade him. And I don't think I'm going to be able to trade them because I think they're both hurt for a few more weeks, which sucks. This guy had a fucking game last game. He's going to be really good. He's going to be really good. Farrell, I'm keeping him. Leary, I can trade. Leary, I would get a lot for Leary. I can get a lot for Leary. And what's his salary? Yeah, see, I'm wondering if I can just trade him for another rookie or something. Sutherland, Pope, Woodard. Sutherland's leaving. Sutherland, I can trade Sutherland. I don't want to. I'm in a weird spot with Sutherland because he actually gives me cap space. His savings are $3 million more than his penalty, so it's like stupid for me to fucking trade the guy. So I don't think I'll trade Sutherland. I think it's a bad move for me to do that. This guy here actually had a good game. My rookie had a good game when Sutherland, I think, was out, or had a good half or something like that. So he's been playing well. So I think his stuff, he's got good size. He'll step right in. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. But yeah, we got our regular standard draft picks. Let's try to get some more. Spicer, let's look what we see what we can do with Spicer. Let's just we're gonna have to maybe open up space. We may not have to. Spicer, I think we'll just try to get a draft pick from him for him. To be honest, we'll just try to get draft picks. Let's put him on the trade block. I mean, he'd be great for someone who needs a right tackle. He's a good right tackle. He's really good. Right tackle. Fuck the Bills. So they need a right tackle. Let's try to get a first. Let's try to get two firsts. I don't know if I'll get it, but let's just kind of feel where they're at. Trade declined. Okay. They may not even do one first round pick. Trade declined. Okay. Try to get a second round pick for him, maybe. Let's try to get a second or third, maybe. Trade accepted. Okay, cool. So Spicer's traded. Spicer is traded. The 2041. So Spicer for a second and third round pick. That's fine. Williams. Oh my God, I can get a lot for Williams. I gotta put Bassey there. Winslow, Bassey. Bassey might be more productive. He's a speed guy. I don't think I can trade him. Fuck. It's fine. I don't necessarily need to trade him. Donald's hurt. Leary. Let's see if we can get Ford. Let's see if we can get Ford. I just want to get another running back for him. I don't need to. Yeah, I just want to get another running back. I don't need to get nothing crazy. He's 81. Jesus Christ. I don't think anyone's really going to need a running back. Oh, they need a running back. He's got 2 years left. Fuck. The problem. Maybe I can call someone up. Hold on, let's see what I got. I could just trade it for a draft pick, and I can probably just call someone up from the practice. I don't need a lot of great running backs. I really kind of don't. This guy Long. I mean, I just don't need a lot of. I really honestly don't need great running backs. I hate to say it, I just don't. I can call some of these guys up and be fine. This the linebacker here. I could have traded Donald for a draft pick and just called him up. I know they're lower rated, but let's try to get a draft pick for him, because I think I can get a second round pick for him at least, or at least I can throw in a second round pick and him and get a first round pick. I could probably do that because he's a starter. Ford's a starting running back. Let's get him traded to the Buccaneers. Let's get him traded to the Buccaneers. Let's get him traded to the Buccaneers. Let's get that first round pick. In reality, it would be difficult, but all right. Let's get your first round pick. Oh shit, that's the third pick of the draft. Holy shit. Okay, they're not going to want to do that. I can offer a first round pick. Let's offer a second. Let's offer the second round pick. Let's see if they take that. If they take it, I'll be blown away. Trade declined. Okay. I know I'll have the 32nd pick of the draft. I know I'll have a high pick. I know I'll have a high pick. Let's go second. Let's just see where they're at with this. Trade. Okay. Let's try to get a third. Okay. Let's try to go for a second the year after. 2042 second. Let's see if they take that. Trade declined. Okay. So they're going to want to... Let's try to get a fourth. That's about the most I'll go. Oh, fuck. Let's offer a second. Let's second here. Let's see where that takes us. Okay, so they're wanting the first. They're wanting my first round pick, which I don't blame them. I don't blame them whatsoever. Let's try a third for that year. Okay. I'll have the third pick of the draft. This is fine. Well, that's if they take it. I gotta throw something else in. Oh, shit. Let's throw that in there. Should have thrown a fourth in. Oh, never mind. Okay. Let's throw that in and then get a fourth back. Something back for that, because I'm giving up an awful lot. I know that they're giving up a lot too, but there we go. Ford's traded. There we go. For first and fourth. That looks like a lopsided trade, but they're going to be, if they're picking that high, I can get a top 10 pick out of that. I can get a top 10 pick out of that, and I'm getting rid of what's his face. I'm getting rid of Ford. So I got to call up a running back maybe. All right, Ford's gone. Let's look at Leary. I don't know what I'm going to do with Leary. I might trade him. Oh, fuck. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. Is there anybody green? Yep. They need a corner. They love him. They love them some Leary. All right, let's even get a corner like a draft pick out of it. Nothing, no one crazy. 22. Oh shit. Mays. He's got 4 years left. He's significantly cheaper, Parker. He's significantly cheaper. I know he's like fucking 6 points less, but let me view his card here. He's 6'1", 206. He's got good size. When I back out, I'm going to have to do this whole thing again. Oh, never mind. Let me look at his card. Oh, shit, he's really good. He's really good. But the problem is he's going to be buried in my fucking depth chart. That's the problem. He opens up cap space for me. And let's go get another first round pick, maybe. I think they'd jump on that. I think they'd jump on that, and it would open up some cap space for me too. They'd jump on that. Yeah, I knew they would. I knew they would. Leary was traded for Parker. This is what you do, man. This is how you keep the integrity of your salary cap in this game. I know I've got some issues with it and questions, and that's even with me trying. But like even in reality, you get guys up for contracts and they got some fucking and you're having a hard time with it, and they have some value. Just fucking trade them. Like Tyreek Hill. I said like 2 years ago, Tyreek Hill should have been traded. They could have got 3 first-round draft picks for the guy. He was considered the best player in the league. Everyone thought I was fucking crazy. I guarantee if I would have sat there and said this out in public, y'all would be like, no, Tyreek Hill, blah, blah. But dude, now I would have been so fucking right. I'd been so right. I'd have been so fucking right. Imagine having 2 first-round picks for like the next 3 years. You know, the Dolphins could have gotten, they could have drafted the fucking linebacker that I like, and they could have gotten Kenneth Grant. Boom, both those fucking guys would have made a massive difference. They still have Waddle. They could have signed someone in the offseason. I mean, there's so many options. With a quarterback like Tua, he just needs to get the ball to whoever's open. He's not like a guy that throws the ball to one guy all the time. And it's just like, you know, these teams, like, these GMs get so desperate to keep their jobs. They're just signing fucking big time players to sell merchandise so they don't lose their jobs. But it's like, if you want to fucking win, you got to keep the salary cap under fucking control. You know, the Dolphins are paying for players that have been on the team for 3 years still. It's just stupid. All right, so we got those guys done. Let's there we go. There we go. There we go. So now I think we actual fucking have actual cap space now. Now we have cap space. Yeah, oh, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. We have players who should be playing now. I can go out and sign a fucking backup. Like I can go sign a quarterback now if I want. I do only have 2 running backs left because Hill is still hurt. He's hurt for a few more weeks, so I don't know if I'm gonna call up that other running back yet. Receiver wise, we're doing good. Offensive line, we're perfect. We're fucking perfect. This guy's going to be the best right tackle in the league. Williams, I can trade next season. I'm not worried about Williams. There we go. We're gonna have money to sign these guys. Donald, we can trade. I don't know if we can trade him or not this year. This is beautiful. This team is in beautiful fucking shape. This team's in beautiful shape. Sutherland, I want to keep until he leaves. Like I said, there's no reason to get rid of him. He's actually a positive on my salary cap, not a negative. To have 2 first-round picks next year, a second, 2 thirds, 2 fourths. I have a lot of draft picks next year to keep building this fucking team. And then I've got a first. I thought I got some more picks from. Hold on. Oh, never mind. No, I didn't. I got all the picks from this year. Okay, cool. So it's going to be a big-time draft. Big-time fucking draft. Big-time draft. You know, I can trade Williams and go get his replacement at the 3rd pick of the draft. I can go get a corner. I can go get, whatever I need to get. A receiver, whatever I need to get. If someone's up for contract, I can go fucking, whatever. This is going to be a beautiful thing. Offensive line, you know me. Let's go get some offensive linemen. Yeah, it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. It's going to be a good problem to fucking have, I'll tell you that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to fuck with the lineup and do the depth chart and all that shit. I will see y'all in the next game. All right, guys, welcome on back. And real quick before we start the game, I'll show you the changes that I made. I signed this guy here off of the practice squad, like the pull. So he's on my practice squad, but I'm going to pull him up. He's a linebacker that seems to fit my style. And whenever I can get rid of Donald, I'm going to bring him up. I'm going to bring Joshua Andrews up. I signed a quarterback. I had some space, so I did sign a third quarterback. This guy here was a starter. He was a starter for the Vikings for a couple of years. So he's an older guy. He's an older kind of veteran guy. In reality, I have a rookie, so it'd be nice to have a veteran in the room. Plus, I've got a quarterback that's capable to come in if, there's injuries or whatever. But Bradshaw's obviously the backup. Dixon's the starter. I did bring up Long, like I said I was going to do, from the practice squad. So I now have 4 running backs. Hill is still injured, so Wilburn will be starting. Horn will be backing him up, and Long will be the third string. But this is a nice combo. I can get by fine with these two guys. As far as receivers go, nothing's changed. Linemen, nothing's changed. Ends, nothing's changed. And I think that's it. So, yeah, I just have to set my. I just have to set my. Where's Parker? I just have to set my. My line, like my depth chart. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of show you that real quick. So I have cap space. I have more cap space next season, and I'm doing pretty well. I've got draft picks in case someone's going to be overly expensive. I can just let them go or trade them, and I can kind of draft the replacements. So other than that, let's go. All right, guys. Before we start this game again, Donald, I didn't realize was healthy, so I'm going to trade Donald for a safety, and I'm probably going to put him on the practice squad, or the guy that I drafted, one of the two. And what I'm going to do is call up the guy, the other linebacker, to the main roster to play him. I'll probably end up putting someone else. I might even cut Klein, something like that. So this guy here has a depth trait and everything. I think he was a high pick, but I'm pretty close, just as a straight up pick, to get him. All I've got to do is throw in probably a 4th round pick or something, and I've got him. Get one of these picks that I'm probably, I have two. So let's throw in a 4th round pick. Let's see if we can go get basically a free safety of the future. He looks like he was a 1st or 2nd round pick. He's 22. He's on a rookie contract. And, yeah, let's just see what we can do. I'm trading a player I don't need. There we go. That's how you fucking do it. Anyway, so let's go over the roster real quick. And Alford can start. I'll put someone else there. That other linebacker that I got, I'm gonna call him up. Let's call him up real quick. There we go. Call him up. I'm going to make him an outside linebacker. There we go. I'm going to fuck with his number and shit later, but he's going to become a left outside linebacker is what I'm going to do with him, because I think he can be good. I think he can be pretty good. He fits my team perfect. 6'2", 226. He's a little small, but in reality, we bulk him up to about 230, 235, and let's just make him a little bigger. These guys coming in too thin. Look at his fucking little skinny ass arms. I'm going to bulk him up to about 230. Just do 232. Arm size there. Let's get him up a little arm size. Get him a little leg size. Let's go. That's a little too big. Number, I do want to change that. 50 is good. Let's go. So we have Andrews, Gerds, Crosby, who can play the other side. I really just need to make him an outside and stick. Yeah, I mean, Alford's going to be starting for me because... Oh, no, he's not. No, Hurd's injured, so yeah, Alford will be starting at outside linebacker. But he's a 79. Yeah, I mean, this is fucking great. I could literally trade one of Hurd or Farrell, and still have one of the best linebacking cores. I'm telling you right now, my linebacking core would be spectacular even if I traded one of those two guys. So we have Parker there. We do have McLaughlin, Pope. You just trade Sutherland. I wonder if I cut Klein, what that will do. Or can I put him on the fucking practice squad? Okay, don't fuck me up. So do I have too many people on my team? I might just cut the quarterback, to be blunt. I might just fucking let the quarterback go. Cut one player. All right, let's look at our roster. Who are we going to cut? I wonder if I could put someone on the practice squad. Can I put him on the practice squad? No, I can't. Hill, Wilburn, Flowers. I wonder if I can just put that safety that I just got on the practice squad, to be honest. Just put that safety I just got on there. Or the guy that I drafted. Or what, Winslow? Can I put Winslow on the practice squad? Ooh, I can. That's the move. That's the move. That's the move. The problem is right now, he's hurt. Well, Marcus Williams is hurt. I kind of need him. No, I'll keep Winslow. One of these two guys are going to have to go on the practice squad. What if I just trade Sutherland? Jesus Christ. What if I just trade Sutherland? Fuck. Oh, man, I don't know what to do. I could cut Klein. I don't want to, but I could just cut Klein. In reality, that'd be the best move, probably. What if I just cut Knox? I'm trying to think if I just cut Knox. What if I release him? There we go. There we go. If I need a quarterback, I can just sign one. All right, so that's the roster. That's the roster. I'm excited. I'm excited because we're getting younger. We're keeping the integrity of the cap. We're keeping the integrity of the franchise, and I kind of almost feel like I'm getting better. I love cutting old players. I just love getting rid of older guys, the guys that are kind of on the down. I hate to say, in reality, it's probably a little bit different because the veterans are, it's different with veterans, but in real life, but in the game, it's just like, just get rid of those fucking guys. Alford's going to be very good. Alford's got the size. He's perfect for me. He's got the size. He's got like if I need a defensive end, he can play defensive end. He's really good. Gerds is going to be spectacular. Crosby's a great fucking backup. Crosby's like my new Eaton, number 49. He's like my new Eaton. And then this guy here is just a nice fucking project. This is good. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Parker's got a nice pickup. Patterson. Yeah, I mean, we're doing well. We've got a nice fucking great young safety. Look at this guy. He's got a hidden fucking dev trait. He's fucking great. Sutherland's going to be gone. This guy's going to come right in. Step right in. I'm going to change. I don't know. I'm going to change his apparel maybe. No, he looks good there. Physique. These guys are coming in too small, man. Let's give him some size. Yeah, we'll figure out his swag or whatever later, but yeah, we'll keep his number at 49. Yeah. I might start Pope over him, to be honest, because Pope's the guy that I drafted. He's a year younger, and he's only 2 points lower. So, yeah, Pope will come right in. I'm probably going to make McLaughlin a fucking strong safety, to be honest. Shit, the other guy looks like he's a better fucking strong safety. McLaughlin looks like he's an actual free safety. Anyway, we'll keep things the way they are for now. But anyway, let's play the game.
It's week 8 of the NFL, and we've got the Dolphins. Rocket arm quarterback. He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Dolphins and the Bills on Sunday night primetime.
Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Smith. He finds his man complete. That's Burke. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Here's Cunningham. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This defense for the Dolphins very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Now Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Burke. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
One second, guys. Looks like someone's playing a lot, and I don't know why he is. Number 5. He's good, but I don't know. He shouldn't be playing as much as he's playing. He is the slot corner, I believe. Tune is the slot corner, yep. And then let me just double check if he's starting or not, because I don't think I put him as starting. Carter Donaldson Tune. Okay, there you go. Never mind.
Back to throw, Smith. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now a 2nd and 6. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Yeah, we just signed him. I might keep him as my end. I might keep him as my defensive end, Batsy. I might keep him there. I've been developing him. He's not as good as my other players, but he's a speed rusher, which means he's going to be productive as far as sacks goes. But
there, and now it brings
yeah,
up
I mean, but just let
it's still early in the game. No
trade
sense taking a
Williams or
chance
whatever.
on third
I
down
might just keep
and
Williams. I don't know. If I could keep Williams, I will. He's just not really productive. I love number 9. I think he's great. He's injured right now, but we'll see what happens.
Have a chance at it.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And fights him off. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll take it at the 42. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills' offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Throwing is Smith. Over the middle, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. He finds his man, complete. It's Burke. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Short completion, just 4 yards, and 3rd and 1 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Smith. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
On fourth down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you give him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. The tight end in motion right. They go play action here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another 1st down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
What a fucking disastrous start,
so
Jesus.
The holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Now Smith. That's caught. It's Cunningham. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Smith. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
He finds his man complete. That's Wilkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Back to throw. Dixon. And a quick throw here that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Horn, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move. Out to the 30-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The slot man in motion right. To throw is Smith. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this out to the 25. And here come the Bills. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Smith. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing again is Smith. Complete to Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They go with Cunningham, and he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Again, Cunningham here on the ground. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. He finds his man, complete. It's Schaefer. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Smith. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Dixon. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilkins. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. throwing to start the drive. Dixon, he finds his man, complete. It's Hicks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
2nd and 3. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Out of the gun, Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Cunningham. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So, message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. There's some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilkins. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Second down and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Off play action. Dixon. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's a second and 8. Up the middle they go. Horn. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Slot man moves right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith throwing right, and that's complete. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to throw. Smith. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throw left side complete. That's Wilkins. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. Back to throw. Dixon. He finds his man complete. It's Wilkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. From the 42-yard line, here's a second down and 4. Off the play fake, Dixon. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And they'll get to this and touch it, looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Smith. Caught by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Back to throw, Smith. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. They'll run on first down. Long. And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll keep it on the ground. Long. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's long, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Dixon. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's long, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now a handoff up the middle. It's long. A gain of 3, 2nd down. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
In his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Back to throw. Dixon. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Dixon. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Throwing is Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. In motion, the tight end. Now Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Here's Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd down and 6 now. Now Smith. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Smith. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dixon firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Off play action. Dixon. That is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Dolphins are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. No problem there on the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bills' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Out of the gun now on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. To throw is Smith. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing again is Smith. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burke. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset, and they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it, and this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Long brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here is 3rd and 5. Up the middle they go. Long. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4 but got 3. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Miami, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.